So hello my dear students. So today's chapter, that is chapter 3, that is about the reproductive health. Really very interesting chapter. So this chapter actually doesn't contain any of the diagrams. So it is really very basically writing part only. There is no such diagram, nothing. So only writing part, the questions will be discussing in this video. Okay. So if I really say, in the whole syllabus of PUC second year biology, this chapter is really very easy. You can just by heart it or you can understand it. Okay, so we'll just discuss about what are the important questions. If they say write the history of the reproductive health, they don't, but if any of the question comes like that, then you have to start from the beginning. That is according to WHO, the reproductive health started especially for the child and the human health. Okay, so year is really very important, dear students. Okay, so that is 2011. In the year 2011 there were 7.2 billions and 6 billions in 2000, the world population I am talking about. Okay, so currently what is the world population? You can comment me. Okay, so the questions might come as, what are the contraceptive methods? What are the contraceptive methods? So there are really three main points in the form of answer, that is periodic absentees, coitus interruptus, that is in the bracket withdrawal, and that third one is lactational amenorrhea. Okay, so this question might come for 5 to 3 marks, because 3 marks are there definitely. If at all it is in the form of 5 marks, then you are going to write the definition of the contraceptive method, then what were the points, the definition of the points also you have to write. You can't just leave it lactational amenorrhea, okay, and the next periodic absentees, no. You have to write the particular definition of the particular point, then only you are going to get the 5 marks for in the contraceptive method. So next question will be of IUDs. Now what is the full form of IUD? Does anyone remember? That is intrauterine devices. So if they ask what is IUD, they don't ask you direct questions. Definitely they will ask you indirect questions only. Okay, so they give you like this, what is IUD? They don't even give you the full form of IUD. What is that? Intrauterine devices. You should remember it easily. Okay, for that even the types are also there. What are the types of IUDs? So they are non-medicated, then copper releasing IUDs, then hormone releasing. Same like this, it only is 5 mark or 3 mark. If they ask you to write only about the types of the IUDs, then you are going to get 3 marks. If they ask you what is IUD and then write the types of the IUDs, then you are going to get 5 marks. Easy. Okay. Now here is very important question. What is oral contraceptive? Now what are the oral contraceptives? So they are progesterone, estrogen, 21 days, 7 days. So you will definitely get it in the NCERT, so read it properly. The question might also come in the form of oral contraceptive, that is 2 to 3 marks question. Okay, so don't worry, you will be writing the answer very easily. Just a minute. Okay, so in the MCQ, okay, listen, in MCQ you might get what is CDRI. and has a said the history of the health program also, that is RCH. Now what is this RCH and CDRI? RCH is reproductive health of child, okay, and then CDRI is Central Drug Research Institute. They really ask you to write the full form of these words, and even the IUD, even you will get many more in the form of MCQ also, and in the 5 marks also. How do they give you in the 5 marks, you might be thinking, right? They will be give you like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shortcuts they will give you, and they'll tell you to write the full forms of this. If it is right only, if instead of what was this, I was institute. Instead of institute, if you write the international or something, you will get half marks. That too half marks because of this thing, Central Drug Research. Instead of institute, if you write international, half marks cut. Okay. Then in this oral contraceptives, actually they are oral and injectable. So I write it in the bracket, in the form of bracket. Injectables. Okay, like this you might get question in your question paper. So now, yeah, very important. What were the surgical methods that is known as sterilization, both in male and female? In male it is vasectomy, and in female that is tubectomy. This question is also really very important, my dear students. What? Yeah, the surgical methods. If they ask you what are the surgical methods, that will be direct, definitely. So indirectly they will ask you what are the sterilizations. Sterilization. So this type of questions you will be getting in an exam. So next is really very important. See. Next, MTP. So the question you will be getting on MTP, that is medical transmission of pregnancy. So in this you get the questions like problems related to MTPs. So this will be somewhat of direct question. Problems related to MTP. Okay. Then what are the importance of this? Importance of MTP. So this is a 5 mark question. If you compare both, then it is definitely 5 marks. If you don't, then this will be a 2 to 3 mark, even that is a 2 to 3 mark question. Understood? If you have any of the doubts regarding this chapter, then please don't hesitate to comment it in the below comment section box. Okay. Then the next question is of STDs. See. Now what is the full form of STD? Sexual transmitted diseases. Okay. So next question is of 6th question. So here are total 5. 6th question will be what is STD? First of all, you write the full form of the letters, then the definition you will write. Okay. What is STD? They'll ask. Then the prevention. The prevention of STDs. Hope you understand what I am trying to tell you. Then ask what is STD. You have to write this. You have to convert the letters into the words. That is sexual transmitted diseases. Okay. Here also you get it. In the form of MCQ also you might get. Okay. Then they'll ask if at all it is 3 to 5 marks question. Then they'll ask you the prevention of STDs. Then the question you get is on infertility. What? About infertility. Now what is this infertility? So there are really many types, and they are really very, very easy. There are only 4 types of infertilities. Plus 2. 4 plus 2, that is 6. First one is of IVF. Now if they ask you what is infertility, then you are going to write the definition with example. Okay. Then the first question will be of IVF. What is this IVF? That is in vitro fertilization. You have to write the definition of IVF with this full form. Then you are going to get about ZIFT. ZIFT. See, in this zip and gift, not that WhatsApp gift, okay? This gift is totally different compared to that. What is this? ZIFT and GIFT. Zygote intrafallopian transfer. This is zygote intrafallopian transfer and this is gamete intrafallopian transfer. Definitely. Zygote and gamete. Then what is the third question you will get? That is of IUT. Here IUD was there, here IUT is there. Intrauterine transfer. Then ICSI. ICSI is intracytoplasmic sperm injection. You have to write the full form and with the definition. Then the last one which you get is, actually I have made it and I have wrote it in between. Otherwise it will be 6 points. The last question is of AI, not that AI. Okay, not that artificial intelligence. This is artificial insemination. That is AI. Artificial insemination. Then the question will come for 2 to 3 marks. Write the problems of art. Which art? So it is also present in your NCERT problems of art. A-R-T. See, this is also the in the form of letters. You have to convert it into the full form. So this were the important questions. Here STD was there, IUD is there, IUT, and this also are in the form of MCQs. Okay, in the form of MCQs, and also it is for 5 marks question. If you get it for 2 marks, then you get somehow what is ICSI, what is ZIFT or GIFT. If it is for 5 marks, you have to write whole. And the last question is also very important, that is problems of art. Okay, so these were really very important questions of the chapter 2, that is reproductive health. Hope you really understood this video. Like, share and subscribe to my channel, and all the best to your exams. Do well in your exams. Thank you.